Friends of the Desert Southwest Conference, one of our responsibilities as we engage in the work of the annual conference is that we make our way through the legislative process. And this is how we, as a connectional church, prayerfully and thoughtfully discern the policies, practices, and shared witness of our conference. So as we get through the legislative process, we will look at resolutions. We will look at constitutional amendments, and we will look at rule changes to help us through this process and manage our time and honor the work that has already been done by those who have submitted their work to us, is using a consent calendar. The calendar often includes items that are considered non-controversial. And so unless an item is lifted from the consent calendar by one of the lay members or clergy of the annual conference, everything is voted on as one block, and it's without discussion. So if you read through and you have questions, reach out to those who brought forth the recommendation and see if they can answer your questions, and so that we can move through that quickly. We also have rule changes. Rule changes are those that are more procedural. It is a desire to usually streamline the work of the annual conference. And so those are a separate legislation that we deal with, because they require a different level of vote. And if I'm correctly, it is 2/3. We also have constitutional amendments. The General Conference from 2020 to 2020/2024 brought some constitutional amendments, and we will look at those. There will be a specific time in which we will do this work in our agenda, and so that everyone is well aware and can be prepared, and especially those who are retired and will be voting online. That is an important part. What we will do is take a vote as an annual conference. What we count are the yes votes, the no votes, and the abstentions. And we turn in those numbers to the Council of Bishops, who will then see whether or not all the annual conferences pass it with a 2/3 majority or higher. All this may seem very procedural, but I guarantee you it is sacred work. And so I'm going to remind you that your participation matters. Ask questions, be respectful, speak both with conviction and humility. And I ask that above all, as we make our way through this process, that we are guided by the Spirit as we do this holy work together. Blessings to you. I will see you in about a month.